How you doing? My name is Jim Alvarez and I'm a feeder driver here at Catch. And if you're watching this video, it's because you're thinking about taking a career with UPS. I can tell you after being here quite a few years myself that you're making a fantastic decision if you choose to stay. What are you going to be doing when you come to UPS? Well, we'll cover that. For starters, you're going to be driving one of these two pieces of equipment. You're going to be driving what we call the day cabs, the feeder trucks. And these vehicles right here go to other UPS facilities, which are within a 300-mile range from Catch right here. You'll go out as far as 300 miles, you'll turn around, and you'll come back to Catch the same day. Many of our runs are somewhere in the 400-mile range, just so you know. That's the brown trucks. These guys are home every day. Then you've got our sleeper trucks, which more than likely is what you will be in. We call these our Panthera trucks. These vehicles here crisscross the country. They may start on Monday and they may go to Portland, Maine. From Portland, Maine, go to Portland, Oregon to Phoenix, Arizona, and back here to Catch by Friday. Most of these Panthera runs are usually out for 5 days, some as short as 3 days. So let's go back to these brown trucks. These brown trucks, they're somewhat hard to get into because many of the drivers that drive the brown trucks, as we call them, they have a lot of seniority. They don't go out over the road for long distances. They're back every day. They start at the set time and they're back every day. In the beginning, once you get done with your 5 days of training, you will be on call, which is exactly what it sounds like. You'll be waiting by the phone for a phone call from dispatch, and then they will give you a 2-hour window to come to Catch, and then they'll tell you where you're going, hand you the keys to one of these brown trucks, and you'll go on your run and go ahead return. You will be on call approximately 1 to 2 weeks. What time you'll be working, you don't know. Where you'll be going, you don't know. You won't find that out until they call you. You come in and they give you your key and your dispatch and tell you where you're going. It could be Davenport, Iowa. It could be Detroit, Michigan. With these brown trucks, a lot of drivers want to just drive the brown trucks. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, at least not in the beginning. Again, a lot of these drivers have a lot of seniority and they like the brown trucks. Will you have the opportunity to get in one? Absolutely, but it will take a little bit of time. Once you get done with your 2 weeks of training or with your 1 week of training and you end up on 2 weeks of on-call status with one of these brown trucks, you will transition to one of these sleeper trucks. You need to know that you're here today because our sleeper operation is growing tremendously. Between e-commerce, the internet, and everything being ordered, UPS is in a growing mode right now. Everyone wants their goods delivered straight to their home. That's where UPS comes into play. We're growing tremendously, and these trucks right here are actually the future of UPS. So that is where you will end up. Just so you know, you will end up teaming up with someone else and driving one of these sleeper trucks. As for these sleeper trucks, these are automatic transmissions, and these are 2020 Freightliner Cascadias. They have all the radar, they have side detection, they have inverters, so you could put a refrigerator in there, you could put a microwave in there, and all your creature comforts at home. Once you get assigned one of these trucks with a partner, that will be your truck. If you start on Monday and you get back on Friday, you leave your stuff in the truck. When you come back Monday, it's your truck all over again. Once you get a bid, just so you know, the bid will be the same run week in, week out. So again, if you're going from Catch to Portland, Maine, to Portland, Oregon, to Phoenix, back to Catch by Friday, that will be your run every week when you come in on Monday. You will come in knowing exactly what you're doing. It's not a big question mark. You will be doing the same run week in, week out until we rebid, which happens twice a year. We rebid in April and we rebid in October. They're 6 month bids, and then after that you will have the opportunity to bid off to go into something else should you want to do that. Also, with Panthera trucks, we are growing so quickly with these sleeper trucks that every week we have brand new runs that are being posted up for bid. You will have the opportunity to bid on every run that comes out. So if you get tired of doing that one particular run, you can bid on a new run, and if your seniority allows it, you will get awarded that run, and then you will start going to a different destination, but you will keep the same truck, so you don't have to move all your equipment out of the truck that you've been driving. So we talked about the two different operations here, okay? So you're asking yourself, what about pay? Why should I come here? Well, for starters, UPS has the highest paid drivers in the industry. Will you get that pay right from the get-go? No. Will you get close to it? Yes. UPS is a unionized workforce. We are represented by the Teamsters. And through the Teamsters and UPS, we have a written contract. That language states that when someone new starts, it will take them 4 years to get to top scale. Okay? Right now, top scale on the hourly side of things is roughly $38 an hour. Mileage. Top scale for mileage right now, we do have some mileage runs with the brown trucks, but most of the brown trucks are hourly runs. Everything with the Panthera or the white trucks here, these trucks here are all mileage runs. Mileage run as it stands right now, top scale is roughly 91 cents a mile. Okay, you will not start at that rate. Right now, the starting rate that you will be at for the hourly rate will be $30 an hour. For the mileage rate, you will be at roughly 60 cents a mile. If you take that 60 cents a mile, that comes out to about $30 an hour. So, in the beginning, that's where you will be at. $30 an hour on the hourly side and roughly 60 cents a mile on the mileage side. It will take you 4 years to get to full scale, just so you know. And it has nothing to do with UPS. That is in our language per the contract. So, what else is the advantage of working for UPS? How about insurance? Depending on where you're coming from, in most cases, you had to pay for insurance, whether you're a single person or whether you have a family. If you are someone who has a family, the insurance is provided to you by UPS to the union, okay? And then the union in turn gives us what we call Team Care. It's Blue Cross, Blue Shield, it's 90/10, and it's provided 100% for you. You will not have to pay anything for your insurance, whether you're a single person or you have a family. As long as they are your legal dependents, they will ask you for social security numbers just to prove that. But if you are legally married and you have children, your family is covered by the insurance at absolutely no charge to you. Blue Cross, Blue Shield. Family deductibles. Many of the drivers that we have coming here tell us they have a deductible, family deductible, which would be your max out of pocket of anywhere from $1,000 to as much as $4,000 before everything starts getting picked up. Here at UPS, through the union and Team Care, if you are a single person, your max out of pocket deductible for the year is $100. If you have a family, your max out of pocket deductible is $200. Yes, you heard that correctly. $200 for a family. It's basically unheard of in today's day, but it's something that we take a lot of pride in. We have excellent insurance here at UPS. It doesn't stop there. UPS also provides you with a very generous pension. The pension is based on years of service. In many cases, someone who has, say, 30 years of service with the company and they decide to retire, they will walk away with about $3,500 per month, somewhere in there, okay, for 30 years of service. The more years you work, the higher your pension. You pay nothing for that. UPS provides the pension. They pay for you to the union, and the union provides you your pension. So not only that, you're getting excellent pay, you're getting free insurance, you're getting a pension provided for you. But there is more. UPS also provides a 401k savings plan. That 401k plan is available to you once you have so many days in with the company. Just so you know, UPS will not match anything in that 401k because they are providing a pension for you. Why would you go with the 401k? Because UPS negotiates rates through Prudential Retirement, and the rates that UPS negotiates with Prudential are very, very low. For example, if you do a standard S&P 500 index fund, the expense ratio is roughly 0.1% to manage your money. So it's very advantageous to go through the 401k plan and to save in addition to your pension. So we talked about pay, we talked about the excellent insurance, we talked about the pension that's provided for you, we talked about the 401k plan. One last thing I want to tell you about is stock. UPS has stock, and you are allowed to buy this stock at a discounted rate through the company. Many of us do this. I believe it's about 5% discount from the going rate on the market, and you can put how much money you want set aside every week, and they will collect that money, and once a quarter they will take out the amount of stock that the money that you had saved will purchase. Again, it's just one of the many advantages to working for UPS as a feeder driver. So we talked about the brown trucks, we talked about these white Panthera sleeper trucks, we talked about pay, pension, and things like that. Here we are inside of one of these brand new 2020 Freightliner Cascadia stand-up sleepers. So you ask yourself, why would I want to drive a sleeper truck across the country for UPS? Well, for starters, if you came from a truckload carrier, there is no going to customers. You will not go to a customer with your trailers. You will not sit at a customer's dock for hours on end waiting to pick up a load or waiting to get unloaded. You will go from UPS facility to UPS facility across the country. You will strictly be working for UPS. There will be no outside customers involved. So, as you can see, we talked a little bit about who you will be driving for. You won't be dealing with any customers. It's strictly UPS to UPS. These Freightliner Cascadias are very comfortable trucks. They run 70 miles an hour, and they're very quiet, and they have USB ports and auxiliary ports and everything. A lot of guys like to put in their satellite radio. They like to put their CBs up here. They will put their refrigerators in here. They will put their microwaves in here as well. They will have all the comforts of home. Now, if you are coming from a truckload carrier, one thing that you need to be made aware of is that UPS does pay a stipend on top of your mileage rate or your hourly rate. So for example, if you go from here to Salt Lake City, Utah, you are on a mileage rate. Once you get to Salt Lake City, Utah, if your trailer is not ready, you have a set dispatch time. If your trailer will not be ready for 2 hours, and that's built into your schedule, for those 2 hours, you are on the clock at the hourly rate. So for this example, you would be at $30 an hour. You and your partner for those 2 hours until your trailer is ready to be dispatched. All miles driven are split equally between you and your partner. So if you go on a run that covers 6,000 miles in 1 week, 3,000 of those miles will be paid to you, 3,000 miles will be paid to your partner. It does not matter how many miles one person drove or the other person drove. The miles get split equally down the middle. The hourly rate, again, same thing, gets split equally down the middle. If you fuel your tractor, which UPS asks you to fuel at other UPS locations, you will get paid 45 minutes of clock time to fuel your tractor and to wash your tractor. That clock time goes to not only you, but also to your sleeper team partner. So every time you fuel and wash, which UPS wants you to do it no more than once a day, each one of you will get paid 45 minutes of clock time. So, Again, let's cover this Freightliner sleeper here. As you can see, it's a stand-up sleeper. These things are pretty tall. I am 6'3", and I've got plenty of room. They come with bunk beds, but most of these drivers use the top bunk just for storing items. Most of them tend to share sleeping on the bottom bunk, which is a wider bunk. Many of them tend to put gel toppers and everything else on these mattresses just to get a better night's sleep. They come with the covers, and from what I've been told, it's pretty dark back here once everything's closed up. You also have a cabinet for your garments and everything else, and plenty of storage. You can control the stereo, the heater, the dome lights, and everything else up here. You also have more storage up on top, as well as storage under the mattress here. Okay, just so you know, all these trucks come with inverters, so you will be able to power your microwave and your refrigerator and your television. All the comforts of home could be made here, because this will be your home away from home for the week. So one more topic I want to talk with you about before we finish this up is vacation time. UPS is very generous when it comes to vacation. After 1 year of service with the company, so after your 1 year anniversary, you will have 1 week of vacation, 1 optional week, which basically the reason we call it an optional week is because you can choose to take it as vacation, or it's your option to work through it and just take it as an extra week of pay. That's why it's called an optional week. So technically, after your 1 year anniversary, you will have 2 weeks of paid time off, and you will have 4 floating days. We call them optional days. So 2 weeks of time off and 4 optional days. Okay? Not bad for being with the company for just 1 year, and you're getting roughly 1 day short of having 3 weeks. So it's a great company to work for. I can't say enough good things about them. Think about it, everything that you just saw, and make the decision on whether or not you think UPS might be the right fit for you. If you do decide to go and stick it out with the 2 weeks of being on call to begin with and then going on sleepers, I could tell you that this will be the last job you ever have. UPS is one of those jobs where once people get in, they choose to never quit. So good luck to you. Good luck to you on your road test. And if you do decide to hire on and go through training, you will get to meet me in person. Lucky you. Good luck to you.